Manchester United, England's most successful club. The Red Devils boast 13 different Premier League titles, 12 FA Cups and 3 Champions Leagues. You could even say a perfect club. Wrong! Ever since Fergie's retirement in 2013, things have gone south for United and are projected to get even worse. A host of managerial talent has tried and failed to turn this juggernaut around. But now, for 2 weeks only, the responsibility falls on the shoulders of this man to steer United to one more Premier League title. Can it be done? Well, strap yourself then, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Folks, welcome back to yet another episode of my Football Manager 2020 Game Save with Manchester United. We've started the season in pretty good shape, not perfect, but I've got a whole host of football for you today in this episode. Let's bring you up to date at what you missed since the last one. Now, in the last episode, we did beat West Ham in the opening game in the Premier League, but we lost to PSG in the Super Cup. Since then, we took on Sheffield United, and we won 1-0. Paul Pogba scored the one and only goal. First, he had his penalty saved, and then he got the rebound to score and send us all 3 points back to Old Trafford. Then we stepped it up a little bit against Norwich, and we won 4-0 at Old Trafford. James Rodriguez showed the Premier League what he's all about with this screaming free kick to open up the scoring against Norwich. The second goal coming from another belter, Paul Pogba's rifle, top right-hand corner. That made it 2-0. Game safe. Last couple of minutes, Rashford decided to come on and score himself 2 goals. The first with a header, and the second with a header as well, making it 4-0. Then our first drop points of the season was against Fulham at Craven Cottage. We took the lead from the penalty spot this time. Rashford taking it and scored. It wasn't until the last minute of the match before Kamara broke through a slow Manchester United defence to beat the ball past De Gea in the sticks. So what's going to happen in this one? We're doing something a bit weird here. We're going to cover, 2, 4, 6 games, but I'm only going to show you 3 of them. We're going to do Dortmund, Tottenham and Galatasaray, and I'll bring you up to date with the 3 games in the middle. And tomorrow we'll come back again for another batch of games. I don't know where we're going to come out. Probably, I don't know. We'll figure all that out tomorrow. But we're trying to cover the whole season before the actual game comes out on the 19th/20th, wherever you are in the world. So our first major hurdle this season is Tottenham at Old Trafford. They come into this in 2nd spot. We are in 4th. Liverpool look dominant as always. They are the current champions as well. Man City, though, having a bit of a nightmare. They're down to 8th. So far with plenty of drop points. For me, this is going to be my starting 11. De Gea in goal, Alba at left back, Maguire, Ake and Wan-Bissaka, Pogba, McTominay, Ziyech on the left, James on the right, Rodriguez in the middle, Milic up top. I've got some game changers on the bench. Should we need to go there? I hope we don't need to go there. Let's just make it a little bit cleaner for me, and let's get it on, guys. Quick look at the Tottenham lineup. Lloris between the sticks, Davies at left back, Aurier at right back, Vertonghen, Foyth in the middle, Barrios, Lo Celso, Ndombele, Lucas Moura, Son Heung-min and Kane up top. So I think it is a bit of a win or bust scenario already for us. Obviously we haven't played Liverpool yet, but they are 4 points clear as it stands. If we lose, it'll be at least 5 points clear. 20 minutes in. Chance here, potentially. United. To Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side. Rodriguez, what's he got in up his sleeves? Just gets the nod ahead of Maddison today. Pulls it over to the left. That's a good strike by Jordi Alba. Up and wide. So, with the home advantage, we should expect to get at least a point out of this game, but I'm hoping for more. Here comes Milic on the right. He hasn't always been brought down. That could be a penalty. The ref's going to VAR, and he says, yes, penalty, and Pogba will come up. Hopefully he'll convert straight away from this one. No rebounds needed. Come on, son. Slots it home. We have got our noses in front. Been a bit fortunate with the penalties so far. 3 already in our first. How many games? 5 games this season. Must be something. Something must be with the shirt or the badge. Kind of allows you more penalties than usual. So we have the edge as half-time approaches, and if the game was to end right now, as it is, we'll be up to 2nd spot in the table. Second half. Second goal would be just desserts for us. But here comes Spurs with a free kick deep in their own half. Vertonghen. Oh, he's got his pocket pick. Milicious through. Surely a world-class striker should have put that in the back of the net. But he has his efforts saved. Maybe credit to Lloris there for the save. Corner. Amounts to nothing. Maybe second chance here. Rodriguez. But I think somebody was offside. Chances are pretty even. We've been dominating possession. Get rid of it. Holy crikeys. That was nearly over the line. Still with Spurs. It's a self-so. Son Heung-min. Harry Kane is there on the spot. Puts a bit of pressure on us now. Now we need to find the winner. What can we do? What have we got on the bench? I could change this up. Cavani. Maybe. Rashford. Yeah, we'll stick Rashi on there. It's not great, I'm afraid. Not great. Slipping up at home. Back-to-back draws this would be. We need to find something. Get creative. We're going to go all out. Last 18 minutes. Lloris. For Spurs, Vertonghen. Keeps it in play. Davies on the right and the left-hand side. Lo Celso. Kane. The party pooper. Son Heung-min back to Kane. He's got his pocket picked. Pogba. Cavani holds it up nicely. Rodriguez is hacked down. Referee allows it. Lucas Moura. Sissoko. Rodriguez is not moving. Get up on your feet, Rodriguez. Cavani. They just play on anyway. Rashford slots it home. Rodriguez is down. It looks like he's been ripped his leg off or something. We need to take a look at that. Let's pause this bad boy. Let's go a little bit more cautious at home while we deal with this situation. So Van der Beek will come on for Rodriguez. In fact, we'll put Maddison on to hold the phone here, guys. This could be good turnaround here. Good turnaround. If we can hold on, showing a bit of resilience, a bit of fight back as well to snatch it. Last chance saloon. Spurs now on the left hand side. Davies whips a lovely little ball in, headed back by Jordi Alba. Pogba, great control out to James on the right, back to McTominay, who's just been pickpocketed, and Barrios to Lucas Moura. There's a couple of bodies in there. Oh my goodness gracious, bit of pinball action. Rashford is so deep. Fired forward towards Cavani, but no, here comes Eric Dyer. Over the top now for Spurs, Son Heung-min. That's a shot. Jordi Alba's there on the line, and here come United on a counter. Rashford on a mazy little run. But he has it picked right at the end. Still chance for a highlight. Pogba gets the... Sissoko has the beating of Pogba, and he has a mazy run down that right-hand side. Whips a telling ball in. Nobody's on it. And that will go out for a goal kick. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We've used all our subs. Still, potentially a goal in this game. Madsen, Pogba. Switches play to the right. Wan-Bissaka holds it up, looking for an option. Stalls even further, wasting a bit of time perhaps. James crosses. Rashford over the top. We are into the final minute. And there it is. A massive win for United. 2-1 on the day to close in on top spot. So that result, combined with everything else, puts us up to second spot. 2 points behind Liverpool. 3 points ahead of Spurs. Good comeback there. A lot of goals in this week's Premier League action. Next up for us, we are going to go into Champions League drama over to Dortmund in Germany and take on Borussia. And then we'll be back on to Turkey, or take on Turkey against Galatasaray. But anyway, bit by bit. So after those round of matches, we up to second in the table, 3 points above Spurs in third, 2 points adrift of Liverpool, who are in first. Plenty of goals in this weekend's Premier League. Next up for us, though, is Champions League drama against Dortmund. Okay, folks, next up for us, it is Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League over at their place. Brand new, squeaky clean opportunity for us here, but I'm actually going to rotate the squad a little bit because we do have a lot of good quality players that are not getting game time. They may be a little bit old, but we're going to give them a chance to represent. Henderson is going to get the start between the sticks. Shaw at left back, Ginter at the right, Ajar and Ake in the middle of the park. I'm actually going to probably drop Ake. I didn't realise Bailey was available. McTominay is holding midfielder. Van der Beek, Martial on the left, Silva on the right, Madsen, Cavani up top. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Scotty Brown on the bench alongside Delo, amongst others. Quick look at the Dortmund lineup. Alcazar leading the line. We've got Royce on the left, Brun Larsen at the right, Götze in the middle, Brandt, Weigl, Herrera, Hummels, Akajani, Paslak, and Ali Bandindir between the sticks. So here we go. Here we flipping go. Can we kick off our Champions League campaign in tremendous style? It's been a while since we've been in this competition, but I brought them back at the first attempt. Not only did I make it through, as in the top 4 through the domestic league, but we also won the Europa Cup, which would have guaranteed us a spot anyway. So we're here on merit. This is a difficult game, probably the most difficult one of our campaign. And Dortmund already knocking on the door within first 5 minutes. I'd take a point here. I know it's a little bit defensive, but I would, purely because this is our most difficult game. I think we can beat Moscow home and away. I think we could give Galatasaray a game at their place as well. We'll find out. In fact, that's actually a couple of days away yet. But we take them on later in this episode at home at Old Trafford. So if we can get a result here, a point or more, then we'll be in good shape. First 40 minutes is a bit of a dud. Not really going to lie. Not much to get excited about if you're a United fan. We've created chances and a bit of possession, but ultimately nothing to get too happy about. Second half, more of the same, I would suggest. .60 minutes on the clock. Chance here, possibly for United. Madsen with the free kick. Headed towards goal. It's the best thing we've had so far. We've actually created 14 opportunities, or 14 shots. 8 of them on target. 0 for Dortmund. As we enter the final 20 minutes. Get back to the pitch, get back to the pitch, get back to the pitch. Here comes Madsen. Back to McTominay. Be strong. To the right-hand side we go. Ginter with the cross. We might have a penalty here. It might be one of those days. Mats Hummels pulls down a man. Who's taking the penalty? This looks like Rashford's on it. Rashi. No, it's Martial even. Martial sends it home. We are very, very lucky in the penalty stakes. Scotty Brown's going to come on for McTominay. Madsen's going to come off for Rashi. And Delo will come on for Ginter. 1-0 up. I'll take that. Take that to the bank, boys. I'll take it. Cavani's been a bit of a dud since he's been here. Silva, though, with a bit of possession. Tries to set in a little teasing ball, but it goes straight through to the keeper for Dortmund. 1-0 as it stands. That's great. Fandabidolzi. Here comes Dortmund, though. 76 minutes on the clock. 14 left. If you're counting down like me. Hummels to Dahoud. He gets it back to Hummels. They're playing nice little short triangles here. Finally get it out to Brandt. Over to Royce, who's very, very deep. He should be further forward. That's where his best position is. Guerrero. Kind of stalled a little bit. Silva picks his pocket. The veteran switches play nicely to Martial. Van der Beek sets up Martial, who's through. Has a shot on target. Keeper saves. It'll go out for a corner. And United knocking on the door for number 2. Silva will take this corner. Fires it in there across the goal. No one can get on it. Except for a Dortmund man who just hoofs it down the line. Götze chases, trying to keep it going. Switches play nicely. Here comes Hazard. Not that one. His brother, Thogden, whatever his name is. Bundle clear. Julian Brandt, what's he going to do? Pulls it back even further. As Dortmund regressing here. And United will be happy with this. Coming to Germany, get a result. Silva with the corner. Fired in. I don't know who had that last touch, but it went up and over. A bit concentrate. Last couple of minutes. It looks like there's going to be another highlight here. Henderson thumps it long towards Silva. Switches play nicely to Martial. Again, back in gears to Silva. Rashi's in there. 2-0. United are home and dry with the 3 points. Great way to start our Champions League campaign. And again, with the rotated squad a little bit. So, not too shabby, boys. There still could be another goal in this one. Dortmund. Looking for a bit of a consolation, perhaps. Or maybe a last-minute surge. Herrero. Chased down by 2 United players. A little bit confused by my cursor. Looked like a ball. Al Salzar heads over the top. They've not had a shot on target today, Dortmund. But we've taken all 3 points, 2 goals. Rashford and Martial linking up nicely in the end. Well, that coinciding with Galatasaray's victory over CSK Moscow has left the group looking like this. We kind of find ourselves top on goal difference. Galatasaray are second, Moscow third, and Dortmund are fourth. What's going to happen now is I'm going to play the next 1, 2, 3 games off camera, and we're going to come right back for the Galatasaray match at home. Okay, folks, welcome back. Let's try and bring you up to date with what you've missed so far since you've been gone in that little interim. We took on Everton in the Premier League, and we went 4-2 away from home in what proved to be a little bit of a goal fest in this one. Everton actually took the lead through Moise Kean heading home goal number 1. We actually clawed our way back through, it must be Scott McTominay, because he got himself a hat-trick today. Rifled one home there, 36th minute on the clock. And I think Pogba then doubled our tally here. Shortly before half-time, Wan-Bissaka with the cross, Pogba wide open once again. That's his favourite little cubby hole there. Into the second half, we made it 3-1. And it was the McTominay show from here on in. Another rifled home, bottom right-hand corner to make it 3. And then we even made it 4 from the spot. Pogba and all the other boys allowed him to take the spot kick to get his hat-trick. And then the last goal of the game went in favour of Everton. Richarlison out to Gomez, who rifled home another long-range effort. Then we squeezed past Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup in a much rotated squad. Crystal Palace actually took the lead. Around about 23 minutes on the clock. Connor Wickham heading on home. Goal number 1. The equaliser coming from a unusual source. It was Matthias Ginter, who was actually playing in midfield today, level just before half-time. And then the penalties happened. Rashford slotting one down the middle. Ayew had his saved. Cavani actually did something good for a change, puts it in the back of the net. Petrovic never misses, so he slotted his one home as well to make it a little bit interesting. Van der Beek gave us a comfortable lead before Kirby had his save by Hendo between the sticks, and that was the deciding penalty miss. Up steps Silva, for whatever reason the replay's not showing it, to win it for United. We actually had a bit of a bubble burst here against Huddersfield Town, despite them going down 10 men for a good portion of the game. We had 60 minutes to try and take advantage, but we couldn't find the goal, unfortunately, only to muster a 0-0 draw. So we're going to wrap it up here, today's video, up against Galatasaray in the Champions League. Okay, so both of us have started with a win in this campaign. Meanwhile, Dortmund and CSK Moscow have also played their second game, with Dortmund winning away from home. I'm actually playing, again, second string 11 here. I'm just going to double check the lineup. Henderson between the sticks. Shaw has actually been relegated to my second string left back. Dalot comes in. Bayi, Ajaya, Ginter, Brown in that midfield slot. A little bit interesting. Rashford on the left. Silva on the right. Van der Beek and Cavani. I'm not too sure about Silva on the right. I'm looking at what are the other options we have. We are trying to play James and Ziyech as a different slot. So we're probably going to start with James. And then use Silva from the bench. Quick look at the Galatasaray lineup. Radamel Falcao up front, obviously former United player. Any other ones that stand out? No, for me, Nzonzi. Steven Nzonzi, is that ex-Rover in there? Playing his trade now in Turkey. Let's go. Here we go. Bringing Champions League football back to Old Trafford, and we are straight from kickoff with a highlight here. Could this be something the United faithful have been waiting to see? Could it be a Champions League goal for the first time in a number of years? Rashford on the left-hand side to Shaw, linking up nicely. Comes out. Van der Beek's effort makes the keeper stretch, and it is no goal. A win here for United or Galatasaray would set them up nicely already. Would make a 100% start. But can United find that? Back-to-back draws if you take a look at the last 2 90-minute matches. Obviously, we squeezed by Crystal Palace on penalties. But unfortunate at home against Huddersfield that last game. We did have a goal disallowed in that one. I think it was Pogba. But here's Rashford. Whips a cross in. That was not much of a highlight. I don't know why we got shown that. But 20 minutes down, 0-0. We are the better side here. Van der Beek. Corner. Comes out to Ginter. Jar strikes, and there is Cavani. Is he onside, though? The referee says VAR, and it's striking it out. So, once again, VAR strikes and bites us in the ass. And it's still 0-0. Not the greatest result if it stands like this. It does show a little lack of attacking prowess for United. I did play Alexis Sanchez in the cup, or he came on from the bench to try and see if I could salvage anything out of him. Yeah, he had a chance or two, but nothing really threatening. It's a loose ball. Fired all the way back to the keeper for Galatasaray. Another chance here. Maybe Cavani could have been offside again. His effort is wide anyhow. 35 minutes on the clock. Can United find that missing touch to break the deadlock? James switches play to the left-hand side. Shaw. Now Rashford. Back to Shaw. Whips a cross in. Cavani heads home to the post, though. No goal once again. Ajar, former Celtic man, with playing alongside Scotty Brown. Again, ex-Celtic partners in crime. Van der Beek with a corner this time. Comes out to James. Back to Van der Beek. Is there a chance here? Is there a chance on the offering? Comes out to Ginter. Loose ball now. Galatasaray from the United corner. Remember this. Fires it down the line. Cleaned up a little bit back in midfield. Scott Brown to Ginter. Pick a pass out. Nice one. Going backwards a little bit. Over the top. Chase for anybody. Through to the keeper. What's going to come from this? Half-assed highlight. This stemmed from a corner. Ginter. Come on. Quick time. Scotty Brown. Van der Beek. To the right-hand side for James. Whips the cross in. Anybody home? Rashford. Stalls. Van der Beek drives it on home. No VAR on that one. Is there, referee? Smash. Dash. United are in front. Van der Beek with the goal. Who got the assist on that? Rashi. 1-0 up. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'll take that so far. Chance in the second half nice and early. If we can get a second goal, then maybe I can bring on some new faces. Ginter spreads it out wide. Kept in play by Dalot. Headed in. Cavani will get his first goal at long last. And that could be 3 points in the bag for United. Looking at my bench, probably Silva's going to come on. Maybe Milic. We need to say, concentrate, boys. You're a bit fuzzy-minded. Dalot, Van der Beek to Dalot, whips a cross in again, comes out to Shaw on the left-hand side, whips another cross in, back out to the right to Dalot, whips a cross in again, no joy this time. Ball's out to the left-hand side, Shaw headed on home, again hits the woodwork, it'll trickle out for a corner. I think that might have been Dalot's header. Van der Beek with the corner. Whips it on in. Van der Beek got a bit of time. Thinking about something. Rashford to Van der Beek. Nice little layoff. Tiny. Keeps it going. Moving. Nice. And oh, he's got his pocket pick right at the end. And that'll end that highlight. We'll bring on Silva for Ginter. Milic for Cavani. And Madsen for Van der Beek. Scotty Brown will play his first 90 minutes as United look to close in on top spot here. In fact, B top spot. Liverpool doing bits against Dynamo 4-0 up. They are the team to beat both in Europe and domestically. It appears to be. Well, United will take the 3 points here. Pretty chuffed with that one, boys. Brown. Is this a chance or is this just a end of game highlight? Shaw dances round one, sets up Silva. Madsen has a strike. It was a highlight, but unfortunately that is where the game ends. United taking them all 3 points to the bank. So that looks pretty good for us out in the European competition. We do sit top of the table, 6 points out of 6. As for the Premier League, 4 points adrift of Liverpool as it stands. Still unbeaten, but it's not been the start I've expected. So what's going to happen now? We're going to plough forward a whole bunch of games. We're going to probably come back for the Dortmund second leg. That's probably our next biggest game. So we're going to plough through a whole bunch. Dortmund, Chelsea, and Arsenal. We'll do those games, and then we'll do It'll be quite quick fire actually from that. Then we'll come back the day after and do Galatasaray, Liverpool, Man City. So very, very, very huge games up on the schedule very, very soon. Hopefully you can join me tomorrow as we continue this adventure with Manchester United. The road to glory, second season. I'll see you then. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. Back soon. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.